on the African savannah. Dawn does not bring peace. It only sheds light on a land where instinct must always remain alert. Danger can appear at any moment. Here, no creature is guaranteed safety. Strength can help fight back. But to survive, it takes more than that. Patience, coordination, and precise timing. Just one wrong step is enough to turn the tables of fate. And in that cold order, nature shows no mercy to those who are a step too slow. Victory does not always belong to the largest creature. Sometimes it belongs to those who know how to stand together. And on the African savannah, a hippo weighing over 3,000 pounds is about to face the lion's most dangerous weapon. The coalition under the African sun. The heat makes the entire grassland seem to hold its breath. A pride of lions lies motionless, but they are not resting. They are waiting for an opportunity. About 1,000 feet away, an adult hippo soaks in the muddy water. In the water, it is nearly a living fortress. But on land, the rules of the game begin to change. The lion's greatest weapon is not just teeth or claws. It is the ability to hunt in a pack. The African lion is the only big cat species that lives in a stable social structure. The females are usually the primary hunters. They read signals using their eyes, ears, and body positions. Each individual holds a specific role, much like hunters surrounding a prey too large to bring down alone. When hunting solo, a lion's chance of success is much lower. But when coordinating, every single move tilts the scale toward the pride. However, a hippo is no ordinary prey. An adult can weigh more than 3,000 pounds. Its jaw can open up to about 150 degrees, with a bite force of nearly 2,000 pounds per square inch. Long, heavy, and naturally self-sharpening canine teeth make the hippo one of the most dangerous species in Africa. A single precise bite can kill a lion. But its vulnerability appears once it leaves the water. The lion pride does not rush straight at the hippo. They wait for it to stay far enough away from the water. The formation begins to spread out around the water's edge. On the shore, the hippo remains an extremely dangerous opponent in a direct confrontation. Therefore, the lions are in no hurry. Their strategy is to wear down its strength. Each time the hippo turns around, it loses more energy. The more it is forced to turn and fight back, the weaker that massive body becomes. Then, the moment arrives. The hippo is pinned to the ground. There is no way out. Yet, even the most perfect strategies only exist as long as the ecosystem keeps its proper rhythm. Lions are losing their hunting territories. Hippos are also losing their safe rivers, lakes, and mud pools. As habitats shrink, confrontations like this are no longer just stories of the hunt. They are signs of a natural order being pushed to its absolute limits. In Akagera, life is not decided by strength alone. It is decided by the ability to read situations, maintain position, and survive in a highly tense society. For the baboon, every step is a calculation among food, risk, and power. Here, the environment is not a backdrop. It is the rules of the game. The baboon's most important weapon is not its canine teeth. Even though an adult male can weigh nearly 90 pounds, with canines about 2 inches long, those teeth are only the last resort. The real weapon is social strategy. Baboons possess very high social intelligence. They remember relationships, build coalitions, and know which individual holds value within the troop. Power does not always belong to the largest individual. It belongs to the one with the most allies. But in nature, no power is absolute. A younger, stronger male can appear at any moment. It does not need to defeat the whole troop. It only needs to make the troop doubt the leader. The alpha male has canines, muscle, and experience. But its vulnerability does not lie on its body. The vulnerability lies within its network of alliances. When allies begin to step away, power also begins to fade. This conflict is not just a clash between two individuals. It is a test of authority. The alpha tries to maintain control through familiar intimidation. But at that very moment, the troop is not just watching the fight. They are silently assessing who still holds enough authority to lead. In baboon society, power often changes very quietly. Not always with blood. Not always with a major battle. Sometimes it begins with very small steps backward. In the end, the fight is not decided only by the stronger one. It is decided by the one that is still accepted by the entire troop. However, the baboon's social intelligence does not exist only within the troop. In Ruaha, Tanzania, they also live alongside a much more terrifying predator, the lioness. Between two species that would seemingly be enemies, a silent pact is formed. From up high, the baboons observe the grassland and detect danger before many other species. Their alarm calls unintentionally become a signal for the lions. It helps the lioness identify where there is movement where prey is panicking, and where a meal might begin more easily. In return, the lioness does not attack the baboon troop within the shared territory. This is not peace. This is a cold agreement of nature. Wordless. But clear enough for both sides to coexist. In Akagera, night is not just the absence of light. It is a survival pressure. When visibility drops, the slightest sound can determine who lives and who disappears. To the leopard, darkness is not an obstacle. It is where real power begins. The leopard's most important weapon is not just claws or canine teeth. It is eyes built for the dark. Behind its retina lies a light-reflecting layer, which amplifies dim light 5 times more effectively than human eyes. While many other species begin to lose their bearing, the leopard still sees, still hears, and still waits. In the daylight, the leopard no longer holds all the advantages. A single baboon can be prey. But an entire troop of baboons is a living wall. 20, 30, sometimes 50 individuals can surround and pressure the predator together. They screech. Bare their roughly 2-inch long canines. And charge from multiple directions. But the darkness rewrites the entire story. As the troop retreats to high trees to sleep, the predator silently launches an attack. With excellent climbing ability, it approaches the most vulnerable individuals. No daytime alliance can form fast enough. By the time the troop realizes the danger, the hunt is nearly over. The predator quickly carries the prey to a hiding spot. And the young, still not fully understanding the danger, still clings to the mother's body. In the wild, darkness does not just conceal the hunter. It also erases nearly every chance of survival for the prey. In Akagera, each species lives by its own advantage. The baboon lives by alliances. The leopard lives by silence. But as the environment shrinks, and shelters become fewer. The distance between predator and prey also shortens. In nature, no advantage lasts forever. When the light goes out, every survival pact must be rewritten. In the African brush, life is not decided by speed alone. It is decided by the ability to recognize danger before the body even touches it. Here, the ground is not just a place for prey to step on. It can be where death itself is waiting. The African rock python's most important weapon is not speed. It is patience. It can lie motionless for hours, days, or even weeks if necessary. Around its mouth are heat-sensing pits, which help it detect warmth from a living body. Even when the prey cannot see it, the python can still sense the prey approaching. Growing over 16 feet long and weighing more than 220 pounds, it is the largest snake species in Africa. That body is not built for chasing. It is built for a single purpose: constriction. But in nature, no sense is absolute. Prey can still hear a snapping twig. It can still smell the predator in the wind. And if there is enough space left, it can still escape into the open grassland. But the rock python does not need a chase. It narrows the entire hunt down to a deadly distance. The rock python does not need to panic the prey. It only needs the prey to step into the exact range. In that very moment, every advantage of the prey nearly vanishes. When the python strikes, that speed exceeds what the naked eye can track. The muscular coils lock down the victim in just a split second. Each time the prey exhales, the python tightens its grip a little more. Death does not primarily come from suffocation, as many once thought. It comes from blood flow being blocked and the heart stopping. The python feels the heartbeat fading away through its own body. Only when the heart stops completely do the constricting coils begin to loosen. Before this ancient predator, any reaction that comes late becomes meaningless. In nature, height does not always guarantee safety. Giraffes can see much farther than many other species. But when lions close in from beneath the grass, those long legs must become weapons. In Akagera, life is not decided by size alone. It is decided by the ability to see danger before it gets too close. For the Maasai giraffe, every step is a calculation among height, distance, and energy. Here, the environment is not a backdrop. It is the rules of the game. The first survival weapon of the Maasai giraffe is a body designed for height. An adult male can stand nearly 20 feet tall. From that position, it can detect movement on the grassland before many other species. But when danger approaches, height is not just for observation. The long legs become defensive weapons. But in nature, no advantage is absolute. Lions do not need to be taller than giraffes. They need to get close enough. With a low profile, slow steps, and the ability to coordinate within a pride, lions can turn the grassland into an ambush site. Adult giraffes are very difficult to bring down. Therefore, lions usually look for opportunities with young, weak, unwatchful individuals, or those separated from the group. When lions charge, the hunt becomes a test of speed and endurance. If the giraffe maintains its distance, its long legs help it move out of the danger zone. But if the lions manage to close in on the legs or hips, that tall body can lose its balance. This is the moment height becomes a weapon. A kick from those long legs can break the hunt. Lions must move in very close, but the closer they get, the greater the risk. The hunt is not decided by size. It is decided by timing. In nature, just a single second of maintaining distance can change the chance of survival. Maasai giraffes from Kenya have been reintroduced to Akagera. Today, their tall silhouettes are a sign of a reviving land. But that revival needs space, food, and protected wildlife corridors. When the land remains wide enough, both predator and prey can keep their proper roles in the natural order. Wild Africa is not just created by hunts, it is held together by the balance among land, water, darkness, prey, and predators. Lions need vast territories. Hippos need rivers and lakes. Leopards need places to hide. Giraffes need grasslands to maintain their distance. Black rhinos need protection so they do not disappear once more. But as habitats shrink, water sources dry up, and migratory corridors are cut off, every species is pushed to its limit. Nature can be harsh, but that harshness once had an order. If humans continue to break that order, the roars, footprints, and epic confrontations of Africa will become nothing more than a memory.